Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Perfect Genetics Challenge. This is episode numero 1 and this is really your introduction episode and some gameplay as well. So I'm going to introduce you to the sim, tell you a bit about her backstory and also explain what the heck the challenge is all about. The great thing about this challenge is it is not that rule heavy. But first and foremost, I wanted to thank each and every one of you that did vote for your favourite founder, and this lady was the winner. This was girl number 3 that I created and you guys voted for. I'm going to insert a slide of the actual poll and what the results were right now. Okay, so as you can see, she won by nearly half. So votes were quite spread out, really. They were quite spread out between girl 2 and 3, and the rest did get a good amount of votes, but 45% I think it is. I've not got the slide in front of me, but 45% she got, which was a good amount. What I also did on that video was I asked you for name suggestions, and then I randomly comment generated the winner, and the person that came up on top was Megan K, and she gave me the suggestion of Emma Grayson. So that is our sim, Emma Grayson, and I'll tell you a bit about her backstory in a second. Now, she is a bookworm, she's a natural cook, she dislikes children, she's a kleptomaniac, and she's friendly. Now, big thank you to loads of people who said to me, Laura, this challenge, she must dislike children, and you are correct, and I completely forgot, so thank you for that. Now, the whole point of the Perfect Genetics Challenge is to take a sim with a unique hair colour and eye colour and pass that on to future generations, but the twist being she dislikes children. So to her, it's horrific. Having children, she doesn't want it. Now, like I say, I have created a backstory because it helps me invest in my Sims, and I hope it does you too. Now, Emma is the only child of Marcus and Olivia Grayson, a very well-to-do, rich couple. Now, Olivia and Marcus couldn't conceive naturally, so they had to turn to fertility treatment. Many years went by and failed attempt after failed attempt, and it really did put a stress and strain on their marriage, but eventually they were successful, and Emma is the product of that successful, and what a unique baby she was. She popped out with this hair colour and eye colour, and Olivia was instantly in love and seen it as a gift from God. Now, all the stress of trying for a baby was a bit too much for the Graysons, so they did end up splitting up not long after Emma was born, and Olivia pretty much was a single mum. Marcus was very much in the picture, you know, monetary and money-wise, but didn't really bond with her too much. And Emma, knowing that it was the stress of children that led to the split of their family, really felt like she didn't want children. She hated the thought of it. It was something she did not want, and she did share that with her mum. Her mum dismissed it for many years, but as Emma is now a young adult and she was still feeling that way, her mum was pretty horrified and sat her down and said, look, Emma, you are the most unique sim that has ever lived. You are absolutely beautiful. The thought of you not passing your genes on to further generations is breaking my heart. Except kind of laid the guilt trip on it, and Emma stood her ground and said, no, it's not for me, not for me. And then unfortunately Olivia did pass away, and she passed away with old age because she was older, because obviously trying for Emma for a long time, and she passed away naturally, so nothing untoward there. But Emma sort of feels like she's now in a position where she really doesn't want to not carry on her mother's wishes, I feel like. So she's kind of on a mission. Now, the Perfect Genetics Challenge is a legacy challenge and it runs for 10 generations, but I don't want to do that because I've already got the Disney legacy on my channel. So I'm just going to be doing 5 generations. And what I want to treat this is kind of like an all-in-one LP as well, because it may be fairly easy to get a baby with eye colour and hair colour, or it may not. So we could end up getting first baby out the bag, excellent, we've got our next generation, or we could end up with 10 freaking children before we get the correct, because it's got to be hair colour and eye colour. So I think if it was just hair colour, that would be fairly easy, but the fact it needs to be eye colour as well should make it quite interesting. So that is the introduction to the challenge. There's not many other rules in it, just that is what has to happen. And like I say, we'll kind of treat it more in a sort of storyline rather than just sort of challenge. It's not going to be like popping at babies here, there and everywhere. It's definitely, she wants to meet Mr. Right. She's not just going to have a baby with, you know, random dude down the street. I'm just going to play this. So we are playing this in Alpine County, which is one of my favourite custom content towns that are out there. Now, Emma currently lives in this little grove here, and this is a house. This was a holiday home that her mum owned, and it was what she was left in her mother's will. So she's now in that house, which I'll tell you about in a second. But this is the kind of holiday section of the town, and she's got the beach here. She's got a little lake for mentor bar. She's got a campground up there. Over here is a gated estate. Now this is ultimately where Emma wants to end up. She wants to end up in one of these houses because it's the Redwood Crescent entrance. Well, it's not the entrance, but it's the estate, and this is where all the posh folk live. This is where all the money is. This is where, when Olivia and Marcus were together, this is the kind of place that they would live. So there you go. We've also got a country club up there as well. You've kind of got your normal area in town here where, you know, standard folks live. Not the Graysons, but standard folks. And you do have a really nice town area with a lot of nightlife and things like that as well. There's some really unique venues that have been made in here. As you can see, they've all got car parks and things like that, which I love. There's a lot of detail gone into this. Up here is a golf course and the houses that look onto the golf course, and there is the Canya Catalana Country Club. So there's going to be loads of venues and things for us to visit, and there's a Taco Bell and there's a Subway, which is really good, and you've got the Quarter Steak and Lube. I don't know why it's called Steak and Lube, because lube to me is something else, but you know, it may be something from this creator's point of view. But we have down here the Stilton, which is obviously Hilton, and there's the Southern Sunset Boulevard Street, so I think that's where the fair is. So there's loads to explore, and then you've got this little town over here, which is like a holiday village, and then you've got this over here, which is really creepy. This is like the land that town forgot. This is a town, it looks almost abandoned. I don't know if it'll load, but you've got like a really creepy graveyard up there. You know, it's shrouded in mist. You've got this kind of church going on here, so, and it's all overgrown. Look, it's all overgrown. There's trash piles and things like that. So it's just a little quirky area that's there. So this is quite a large town, and it is trying to populate with master controller, so if it does lag at all, that's the only reason why. Right, anyway, back to Emma. I just wanted to show you where we were playing, because I'm quite excited to go on from here. So Emma's house then is on this dock here. It's not the biggest house. I mean, whenever she meets someone and has a family, she may have to move, but for now, this is her starter home. She's got 1,069 simoleons. She doesn't have a lot of money to her name, but she does have a nice house. So let's drop down and we can have a look here. It's a bit glitchy when you pull it out here. The camera doesn't like it. So we have a hot tub on the deck, which is nice. And in the house, she does have this sitting area with this fire, and that's obviously the television that she's just switched off, but that's her sort of living area, which is really nice, I think. Then through here is like a rec room, if you like. So this is the kind of posh area. It didn't have a TV whenever she moved in, but she put a TV up, so and those were couches and things that she'd brought. So you can see where, you know, it's been a holiday home that her mum's perhaps designed, like in here with these older beds and maybe this room. But she did bring her funky touch to it. This is the kitchen area as well at the moment. Quite a simple kitchen, and nice big window to look out there and have your breakfast. How nice would that be? So it's not a huge house. We've got a downstairs bathroom. Upstairs there is only one bedroom, and that is Emma's. And she has her own bathroom as well. And she's got like a sort of dressing area there for herself also, and she can look down onto the living area with these big windows, and she of course has blinds so that no one can see her, you know, getting naked or jiggy with it, no matter, you know, who we might have getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. So that is us, guys, and I've spent like nearly all this episode talking about this. So why don't we send her here? Why don't we send her somewhere? So she is a kleptomaniac as well, so I would like to take advantage of that. She doesn't have much money, so I would like her to basically steal to fund her to fund her living. I've never really played an LP with a kleptomaniac oh my goodness, Laura. Speak English, sim, so I think it would be good. So I am going to send her, she is a bit tired, but I am going to send her over to this place here, the Quarter Steak and Lube, just to see if we can strike up any friendships. Now I have played a current household in this particular town, and the Sims are kind of pretty much good looking, so hopefully once NRAS starts generating more Sims into the area, then you know, then we will be able to get a handsome man. So I'm going to let her travel there and cut back in. Alrighty, so Emma has arrived at the Steak and Lube, and can you see all the cars in the car park? I think we have our first stealage going on. Stealage? Is that even a word? But this is it's really awesome actually. It's like a diner type scenario, and it has, you know, the tables. It's a car theme, obviously. And you have your kitchen in here. I dare say you could make this into a restaurant, and probably will do with the restaurant kit. So I probably will do that so that she can go and order food. We have over here a bar as well with a hot guy in a gnome hat. So apparently the mixologists both love to wear gnome hats. You have television screens over here and a karaoke machine. I never noticed that before, so karaoke gives me much excite. And we have DJ booths as well, and a sort of dance floor. So it's actually is that outdoors as well? Well, it's under a canopy. So a lot of these areas I am exploring with you for the first time. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to see if she can possibly swipe something. I'm going to do swipe something. She can only steal during certain hours of the night. And she can only steal if people aren't looking at her. So hurry up. I think these two are probably worth the most, but no my luck. Don't swipe the sloppy jalopy. Dude, don't, out of all the cars that are there, you're going to swipe the sloppy freaking jalopy. Really? Really? Oh, well, okay, we have the sloppy jalopy. Okay, can we maybe try and swipe something? No. So she can only swipe from a community location. It's normally 3 times. But for some reason it's not allowing me. I can't believe, look at the, oh my god, I should have went for the sports car. That's really sad. I feel really sad about that. But we have a sloppy jalopy, I suppose. And the sloppy jalopy, where did it get delivered to? I guess the sloppy jalopy, I'm sure it said, oh never mind, who's this? Steve, Texas. Oh hello Steve. Yep, I'm going to agree, Steve. You are quite HOTT hot. Let's do a friendly introduction. He is a food merchant, so it might be kind of annoying to get to know. However, if he works here, then we could just stalk him at his job. Okay, any attraction? Of course there is. 2 hot young things like them, absolutely. So I'll need to check if it's went in. I'm assuming that it's maybe went in there and inventory, anything that she does steal. Right, let's find out a bit about this dude here. Let's get to know him a little bit better. What can we actually buy from him? I'm interested. Well, at least we've got a car. I think the sloppy jalopies are worth about 800. But I can't believe out of all the choices, she goes to the cheapest, crappiest car that you can get in the game. But that's alright. Now, I'm not going to take the easy route and just come and steal cars from here all the time, because that would be super easy, but we're not going to do that. Sharkanoo. So it means that she can swipe something every day, really? So we'll do that. We'll do it once per day. She can steal something from somewhere. Her lifetime wish is 2. His possessions is 9/10 of the law. 9/10 of the law. Oh my goodness me! Really? Are we doing this already? Like flirting conversations. No, don't tell my ghost story, honey. Come on, share a secret. Nobody just wants to meet someone and then hear about a ghost story right away. I mean, I don't know about you, but if someone that I just met said, I'm going to tell you a ghost story, I'd be like, no thanks. Right, anyway, so possessions is 9/10 of the law. So while other Sims were learning that hard work over long hours can be turned into simoleons, your Sim learned that borrowing without asking leads to the same result, without the sweat and tears. Whether snatched accidentally while visiting the park or borrowed when an acquaintance wasn't looking, the value of objects gathered is in the eye of the beholder. So possess 50,000 simoleons worth of stolen goods. So I don't know if she has to keep them. It says that she's got 870 odds from the sloppy jalopy. So we'll see whether if we sell the sloppy jalopy, whether or not that takes our total down from 870. Akaduni. So this is going quite well with this dude. It's going actually up quite well, so I'm quite proud of her. Why don't we talk about books? Do we know any of his traits yet? No, we don't. He's just an acquaintance. But this is what I like about this town, is you meet him and he is pretty hot. He is. Leisure day is approaching apparently. Will we see if he's single? Will we romantic? So it's not asking him if he's single. So maybe he's not. Let's compliment him. And why not tell a dramatic story? I wonder if you can see the subway. Look, does that not just look like a Walgreens or something? It really does. It's the hospital, but to me that looks like a Walgreens. And then over there, there's, I think that's the subway. A Taco Bell over there. This town is awesome pants. Awesome pants? Can we find out if he's single? Will we flirt with him a little bit? Well, yeah, let's try that. Let's romantic, let's flirt and see what he does. Romantic. So let me know below what your thoughts are on this challenge. Like I say, I'm going to make it very much kind of story based and things like that, so it's going to be different from other challenges. He loves the outdoors. Awesome. He also seems extremely flirty. Yes, there you go. He is flirty. Is she flirty? No, she's not. She's friendly. But it does mean he'd be receptive from flirts. Compliment his appearance. The only thing about flirty Sims is they're flirty with everyone. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He's on the possibility list. We're not just going to count all our chickens or throw all our eggs into one succulent Steve-shaped basket. But they did become friends pretty quickly, which is a really, really good sign. I mean, I suppose we have the options of Willie care. But I don't know about Willie. I mean, he's got a nice face. It's like a nice face shame about the hat type scenario. Right, Missy, you need to get home. She wants to learn 2 more of Steve's traits and become good friends with Steve. So I'll promise her that. But you do need to go. You do need to go because you are dead on your feet. You are super tired. And you go. And you go. Go home. Good girl. So I'm going to send her home, and I think that this is a good place to leave the first episode. The first episode is always just an introduction, just very much an introduction to the sim, the challenge, and I guess the town and everything that we'll be playing in. But I'm really excited about this challenge. I hope you guys are too. For the next week, my other LPs are going to be taking a slight hiatus, just for a week or so, because I want to give you, I've launched a challenge on The Sims 4 last night, which was the 4 Immortal Sisters challenge in The Sims 4, so if you haven't caught that, go and check that out as well. So I kind of want you to get the full experience of my LPs this week, and it is 2:19 AM, so I'm hoping that NRAS is just doing its thing rather than it freezing on me, because that wouldn't be good since we've just made a dang friend. But anyway guys, I hope that you are all having a lovely day. Leave me a comment below and let me know how things are going, and I shall talk to you in my very next episode. Bye guys.